And welcome to Spit to the Beat podcast. I'm your host, Stacy, aka Be Unstoppable Per Year. Look, we are live in the virtual studio today with this show, and I got a great guest who's waiting. He's standing by to come on. But before I start, I want you to make sure y'all tune in right now on Facebook Live at Stacy Be Unstoppable Per Year or Stacy Spit to the Beat Per Year. Also, you can catch this broadcast live right now on YouTube at Spit to the Beat. Don't forget to follow, like, and hit that notification button. I really would appreciate you being a part of my show. Thank you, and welcome back to Spit to the Beat podcast. Look, I don't hold no long conversation, no long introduction. I kind of let my guests just come on in and do their thing. But today I got a great special guest. He's like family, and we finally got our schedule together to bring him on. So I'm gonna bring him on and let him introduce himself. Hey, what's happening? Can I get some audio from you? You're not coming in. You're not coming in. Can you hear me? Ron, let's get that checked out. Man, a little technical difficult. That's what it's all about. We'll try to figure this thing out. Let me see something in the settings. Audio. Let's take this off. Can you hear me now? Rod, are you on? Let's see. I don't think your mic is plugged up. Okay, we're gonna try him to come back on the show. But again, while we're waiting on that, look, don't forget to catch all my latest episode of Spit to the Beat. You can catch that at www.spittothebeat.com. Or you can also listen. Look, I produce a new episode every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Please don't forget to tune in on that at that website at www.spittothebeat.com. Do we have audio with you, Ron? You can hear me, but I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. Let me remove you and bring you back. Let's see what happens. How's that? You can hear me, but I still can't hear you. Did we do an audio test before we got started? That's technology for you, man. I can't hear a word you're saying, really. I don't know what the situation is on this. Trying to fix it right quick. Let's see what we got here. Uh let's try this again. Okay. What about now? You must have went and unplugged something because I cannot hear you. Oh wow. Trying to get some comments up. All right. I don't know what happened with this. Checking the audio again. Everything is good on my end. If you can hear me, but I can't hear you. I'm gonna do a sound check. Yep, yep, everything is good. You sure you don't have your mic on mute or anything on mute? Because even my guests they can't hear you. It keeps going in and out. Mike, uh, mm. All right. We're gonna work that out. Uh, we did a sound check prior to the show, and everything was working great. And now all of a sudden, so when we go live, everything want to works wrong. So uh just take a break and we'll be right back. Hey, hey.
Can you hear me now, Stacy?
Yeah, I got you now. Loud
Okay.
and clear.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah, man.
hey,
That's
sorry
kinda-
about that, man. I don't know what was going on, man. That's okay. That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. We
That
still
means it's gonna be a great show.
good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, let's just dive right on into it, man. Why don't you tell my audience all about you?
Oh, okay. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Spit to the Beat. First of all, thank you, Stacy Puryear, man, for inviting me. It is most definitely a privilege and an honor. My name is Rod Hughes. Everybody call me Rod. My name with Forgotten Hits is Rod P. That's my radio personality. When you hear Rod P, it's all about music, man. Been in music all my life. I love music. I love music that makes people feel good. That's the tag with Forgotten Hits when we jump more into that. But I just love music. Grew up to it. I'm a musician, born into it, born into the church. Literally, had the opportunity to um, meet a lot of people in the music industry and things like that. And I'm just blessed. To sum it up, I'm just blessed. And again, man, thank you for having me on here. And hopefully, I could say something or give somebody an encouraging word to uplift them and to go for their dreams, man. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Let's first question. Who inspired you to be, to go into the music industry? Who is
Oh
there any
man.
artist that you know of that just gave you a little mentorship?
Well, again, I was born with the gift to be play drums, be a percussionist. So I grew up around it. Um, Here in Memphis, man, of course, Memphis has great talent here and abroad. I know so many great musicians that left the city years ago to pursue their dreams and careers in music, and some still right here up under our noses. Had the opportunity to play with some of them in church and also in other areas. I've had the opportunity to sit in with some of the greatest musicians here in the city and abroad. But really, I think I really got into music. Really, what inspired me when I really got old enough to understand it, Stacy,
Hmm.
preteen, maybe 11, 12, 13 years old. That's when I really zoomed in and really chimed in to listen to the melodies, listen to all the instrumentation. Let me bag up. Really, that was
Take your
before.
time. Take your time.
Really, man, that before I tell my age, but that was before the age of the track. Now
Okay.
now the track keeps everything pretty much in line, in timing. Not knocking it because I love the track, but
Hmm.
I grew up listening to it and fell in love with music in the era of true musicianship. What I mean about true musicianship, I mean there was an actual person playing the bass, actual person playing the drums, actual person on keys, and an actual vocalist. So once you put
Right.
all of that, so
You
once you
you
put all
talking
that
about real sound back then today?
real sound, yes sir.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what drew me, and that's when I really realized that I loved it. And once I really realized that I was blessed with the gift and the talent, that's when I
Hmm.
pretty much went for it, man, and I hadn't stopped since. Been in it for a long, long time.
Awesome, awesome. Now you're working on some big things. I know we had discussed in privately, but
Yeah,
now you get the chance to promote that forgotten hits.
yes sir.
Tell us all about that.
Man, Forgotten Hits is my baby.
Okay.
And if and just to clarify things, when I say forgotten, it's the number four, and this is worldwide that I'm getting ready to say. So you heard it first right here on Spit to the Beat. But four has a significance. The number four has a significance.
Hmm.
Anytime you tune in and listen to Forgotten Hits, you're always going to hear four straight Forgotten Hits songs, no matter what. Whether it's at the top, at the beginning, or at the end of my set, you're always going to hear four Forgotten Hits. So that's I threw that in for free for the listeners, man. But
Okay.
but yeah, but Forgotten Hits is my baby. God gave that to me back in 2022, and
So when
man,
you're talking about forgotten hits, what type of music? What music you talking about? What
pretty
what
much
what
music.
that
You
genre of music that
well,
we're gonna be listening to?
yeah, okay. You said the magic word something big. Um, man, I'm gonna be playing R&B. I'm gonna be playing gospel.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be playing probably some pop, as you can say. Believe me, some pop forgotten. There's a lot of pop forgotten hits out there as well as R&B and some gospel. But those probably are the three main genres. But I got some surprises as well too. Once I really explode with forgotten hits. But that those are the three main genres that you're gonna be hearing from forgotten hits. So if you put all three of those together, man,
Hmm.
it's going to be hundreds and thousands of songs that's going to be coming from that catalog of forgotten hits.
So there's gonna be some real relaxed, feel good music, right?
That's what it's going to be. Feel good music, man, and that's
Yeah.
going to be that's going to be the tag with forgotten hits. That feel good music, and don't you think when you agree with me, and hopefully the listeners would agree with me as well, the ones that's listening, man. I think that's what the world is missing now.
Hmm.
That feel good music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, I'm not knocking anybody's generation. I'm not knocking anybody's genre, but it's so much happening from state to state, from corner to corner, from pole to pole. I just think we just need to get back to that feel good, good listening music that makes you feel good, man. Don't want to make you go out there and do anything crazy. So that's kind of like a segue of how Forgotten Hits really dropped into my spirit, and it's almost a reality, man. It's almost a reality.
I know I ain't the only one that excited, but you ain't got my. I think you got my listeners excited too. Is there
Yeah.
a potential date that this might all drop?
Uh, I'm targeting probably early summer. It's just a few more other hurdles that I got to get over.
Hmm.
Let me bag up as well too. Now I've already pretty much presented it to the world back at the end of 2022. I did have a great opportunity to be on 96.3 FM. That's bumping 96.3. I was one of the
Okay.
first first DJs as well as a podcast to be aired on 96.3. And for those of you that listen to this station, it is a streaming station. And I pretty much was on that radio station for the fourth quarter of the year. That was October, November, and December. And that's when I pretty much put Forgotten Hits out there on the map for the world to see and hear. And I got a lot of great feedback and response. So that was just a fraction of what you're going to hear. But again, I'm making it bigger and better. If you listen to my commercial, man, it's gonna be bigger, better, and stronger. Yeah,
So this is like a rebirth.
it's gonna be like a rebirth. That man, perfect word for
Yeah.
rebirth.
Awesome. Awesome.
Perfect word.
So going into you know, I don't know that would you call yourself as a radio host or what's the title? I don't want to throw one on you. Even though
Well,
you've been in radio, so
yeah.
what
Well, man, maybe we can still just plug that for now as a radio host or radio
Mhm.
personality. Of course, Rod P, man, that name is just gonna go across the world. But I'm looking to break all kind of barriers with forgotten hits. I know everybody's probably going to form their opinion once they hear it or whatever, but I guarantee it's going to be something that you hadn't seen, you hadn't heard. So that's why I think it's going to be set apart from the rest. But yeah, man, I'll go with radio host, anything you want to call it, man. I'm just ready to put that feel good music out there again. That's all.
we do have one a listener, Miss Nia White said definitely missing the feel good music.
Yes, yeah. Hey,
So
Neil. Yeah,
so
but
definitely waiting on it.
yeah, oh yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you, forgotten hits is it's gonna break barriers, and what I mean by that, it's not gonna only just cater to a certain age bracket.
Hmm.
It's gonna probably you're gonna be surprised It's gonna probably get a lot of the Gen X listeners, all that, man. I want to get the grandmas, the grandpas. I want to get your uncles, your aunties, your nephews, your nieces, everybody, man, because music is just a love language, man, and it's something that everybody can understand.
Awesome, awesome. So the format is being developed. Everything is
Yes,
coming to par. So we're expecting it early this summer. Can't wait
yes,
to hear and everything like that. Hey, before we go any further, we're gonna take a little PA announcement and we'll be right back. All right, go.
good deal.
Hey, this is Stacy, aka Beat Unstoppable Per You with Spit to the Beat podcast. Would you like to be my guest if you're a singer, songwriter, musician, producer, or promoter? Give me a call at 901-341-6777 or email me at myguest@spittothebeat.com. All right, all right, all right. Ron and ran off on me again. There you go. You back?
I'm back. I'm back. I'm not going
That was gonna be
anywhere.
a quick break, bro.
Hey, man, I'm in the seat. I'm my seatbelt on. I'm riding.
Good, good, good. Look, now that's you talked earlier about your history coming up, your upbringing mostly through the church,
Oh yeah.
being a choir director. You say you directed one of the choir was in a competition.
Oh yeah.
Who was that
Man, that was back in, man, a long time ago, Stacey, man.
in the competition?
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2008, 2009. At my home church, New Direction Christian Church. Shout out to New Direction Christian Church, my pastor, Dr. Stacey L. Spencer. I love him, man. But
Hmm.
we were actually in 2008. Real quick, brief history. We were actually the pilot city for something that was going to be extremely big, which was called How Sweet the Sound. So Memphis was the pilot city. What I mean by pilot city, we were the first stop to really kind of give it, I guess, a send off, just to see how it's gonna pretty much, I guess, land on its feet worldwide. And man, it took off. I mean,
Mm.
all type of choirs got in it. I think it ended up being bigger than what they really thought. So it came back for a second year, and then thereafter it just started going year after year after year. But we won the pilot year in 2008, also in 2009, for as the big in the big or the large choir category, and we represented Memphis and the Mid South. So that second year, when it actually went nationwide, we represented Memphis in Atlanta, Georgia. Man, we were in the Phillips Arena down there in Atlanta with I want to say it might have been 9 or 10 other choirs around the nation, and we competed. And man, we learned so much about that. We got our name out there, but I was blessed to direct that choir for 2 years straight, which was at New Direction Christian Church, man, and we won back-to-back years, and I would never forget that experience. And that's where I really was able to shake hands with a lot of known great artists at that particular time. Donald Lawrence, he was the host of that for many, many years.
Hmm.
I've met the likes of Kurt Carr, CeCe Winans. I remember that year, Gabrielle Union was one of the actual hosts there. Marvin
Okay.
Sapp, yeah, Marvin Sapp. So the list goes on that I've had the opportunity to be among those great artists in the music ministry, as well as the industry, the gospel side that is. But man, a great experience for our church choir and for the church itself, man. We still talk about that today, and that was, like I said, that was in 2008, 2009, about 14, 15 years ago. So
Mm.
that show you how the impact of it was, man. And it was great for Verizon. Verizon was the overall sponsor of that. They put us up in a great hotel down there in Atlanta. And I mean, they rolled the red carpet out. And we was able to meet a lot of other great choirs and made great friends out of that as well. So great experience for me. So that was me on the big stage on the gospel side of things. Yeah,
Okay, okay. That kind of led you, like you just said it, really kind of propel you on to that next level.
it did.
And starting this back to the show, starting this show, how did the idea come about? Who inspired you with that name? You know, it was Revelation or what?
Yeah, it was pretty much revelation, man. And I'm gonna tell you, if you look at it, Stacy, and to the listeners, if you look at all your commercials and everything that's on television, The music that's playing in the background is what? Pretty much an old song. Listen to it. Pay attention to your
Mhm.
commercial when they come on. It's. I've heard several forgotten hits on commercials, and they play that feel good music in those commercials,
Right,
and that
because look, you sent me a song to work on. Man, I like, do I know this song? Do I remember it? It
it was a
was
forgotten.
okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, that was the song that put the artist Karen White on the map. It was with the
Wow.
artist Jeff Lober. Now everybody know Karen White's big hit was Superwoman, right?
Right, right.
Super that was a mega hit. That wasn't a forgotten hit. But that song that I sent you by her, she was the featured artist on a guy named Jeff Lober. He was kind of like pop jazz, and man, that song propelled her career. And
Mhm.
that's what I'm talking about. When you see songs like that or hear songs like that, you might not recognize it, but it was a forgotten hit from her. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
It was called The Facts of Love. Facts of Love.
Facts of
Look it up.
love.
Facts of
I
Love.
will.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Let me ask you this question here.
Sure.
What would you tell a person that's trying to get into that career, trying to get into the music industry as a radio host, or the format now? It's a lot of people are doing podcasts, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like almost dime a dozen you can find them, but people are doing them just to see if it's gonna work, or they're doing it for consistently, like
Yeah.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
Serious about it. What would you tell that up and coming person that trying to get in that industry or thinking about becoming a radio host or starting their own show like you have?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell them first of all, Stacy, believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna go to you're not gonna even move 5 spaces up. You got to believe in yourself. Study your craft. Make sure you enjoy doing it. If you don't enjoy doing it or having fun doing it, you're not going to be successful. I don't care how much money. That's why I tell a lot of people on jobs that a lot of them are doing it for the money, but is that your passion? Do you
Hmm.
really like it? But study your craft, hone on your craft. Don't be afraid to ask questions. When you and I kind of talked in private, I was asking you questions
Yeah, you
because
were. You
always
were.
be open. Always have always have the window of opportunity open. Never think you know everything, and be real. I mean, be real. Make sure you present your product professionally at all times.
Hmm.
Because guess what, man? Like now on the podcast, a lot of people don't really know me, but your first impression is always lasting impression. So make
Right.
sure make sure you're polished. Make sure you know your music. Yeah, make sure you know your music, and make sure you know your genre of music. So
Yes.
because
Yes.
you can
Very important.
easily lose your audience. Man, you can easily lose your audience and don't even have to say a word to them. But because of the type of music that you choose or you think that you want to play, make sure it's something that man that's gonna walk through that door and crack that door open and just go on and just bring people in. But yeah, man, believe in yourself. That's number one. And never
And
stop dreaming, man.
and one thing I like about you, you share your information
Yeah.
voluntarily. A lot of people want to hold
Oh
on
yeah.
to stuff that really you can't take it with you. It don't belong to you. Why not share? You gonna grow. That person gonna grow. You know, that adds value to you by sharing information. That helps
Yes,
you
it does.
grow. That helps you be on a whole nother level with people. And that's the way I am. I don't hold nothing back. I share with people. I get questions all the time about podcasting now. This is my
Yeah.
first year. I actually started in February. So I
Right.
only been in the business for a minute, but I
Yeah.
studied,
There
and
you
got
go.
the information that I need. But I was willing to share right off the bat. And I get people call me all the time and ask me questions. Stacey, what about this mic? What about this type of equipment? And I freely share. I don't hold anything back. Cause
You
what
can't
like
promise
hey, like this saying, like guys, what is for me is for me.
for you. That's right. And and,
Exactly.
and,
So
and I like to use a scenario. Man, look, when you climb high up on the ladder, if you just peep over your shoulder and look down, all depends on how high you want to go. You're not gonna want to go 15 steps back. One thing I always say, I've even told my children this: no matter how high you get up the ladder, always look back and reach down and pick somebody else up
yes,
because
yes,
someone
yes.
did someone did you like that. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
mindset I've always had, Stacey. You know, someone has always reached down and picked me up. So I'm at the position on several things in my life right now where I can just look over my shoulder and give them a handout or put my hand out and bring them up the
Mm-hmm.
ladder with me. So that's how I feel like I'm blessed, man. So
Yeah,
yep,
that's
yeah,
awesome. Hold on for one more time. I'm going to do another PA announcement. Be right back.
sure.
Hey, this is Stacy, aka Be Unstoppable Per You. Thank you for listening to our show, Spit to the Beat podcast. If you would like to be a sponsor, visit our website at www.spittothebeat.com and click the support tab and leave a donation. We really would appreciate it. Thank you again for listening. Also, catch every episode Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Yeah, and we're back to Spit to the Beat podcast with my guest, Rod Hughest.
Yo,
Hey,
yo.
man, I really enjoyed this moment, man, that we got a chance, got everything that worked out with all this technical stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Hey,
hey, God will prevail. You know, that's
he in
what
control.
I
Yeah.
always say, most definitely.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm glad we was able to get this information to my audience about, because we're all about the music industry, and my job is to get that information to people who's upcoming in the music industry, trying to learn their foothold, where they need to go and stuff like that. So I try to bring on guests that can provide valuable information, and it's just like you sowing
Oh
a
yeah.
seed. So definitely, I really do appreciate you being on the part of Spit to the Beat podcast. So if you can just hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and
Thanks for having.
close out. Is there any last thing you'd like to say,
Okay.
Rod?
Hey man, look, just thank you again, Stacy, for inviting me on Spit to the Beat podcast. Hey man, y'all check my guy out. He's amazing. And again, man, uh, be looking out for forgotten hits coming to a radio station real soon. It's gonna be on YouTube, all that type of stuff. So be looking out for everybody that who can follow me. Follow me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well. Whole lot of new stuff coming out. So just bear with me over the next couple of weeks. A few other things, like I said, a couple more hurdles I got to jump over. But I hope to be listening to you. Hope you guys be listening to your boy Rod P and Forgotten Hits real soon. Be blessed.
All right, just hold tight for me, Rod, while we do this closing out. Again, I want to thank you all for joining me on Spit to the Beat podcast. Your host, Stacey, aka Beat Unstoppable Per You. If you like, hey, don't forget to catch my latest episode at www.spittothebeat.com. You can catch all my episodes and this one right here. We do virtual podcasts as well as in-home studio podcasts. So you can catch those. Now, if you'd like to be a guest on my show, if you're in the music industry, a singer, songwriter, musician, producer, promoter, and I would love to find some music business lawyer to talk to them about the music industry. Don't hesitate to send me an email at myguest@spittothebeat.com or give me a call at 901-341-6777. Thank you again for listening to Spit to the Beat podcast, and we're out.